Hey guys, welcome back to the Ultimate channel, Ultimate Bariatrics, Dr. Roberts. Today I'm going to be talking about a book I read recently. It's called The Obesity Code by Jason Fung. It's a great book. If you are looking for a good book to read regarding diet, I'd highly recommend it. And if you're not too into reading, I'm going to go through it on the channel in a multi-part series, kind of breaking down each part of the book. So let's just get right into it. So the first part of the book, The Obesity Code by Jason Fung, talks about the obesity epidemic and why it became an epidemic. And one of the things that was going on around 1950 was people were living longer. Advances in sanitation, advances in medicine, vaccination, and so forth was allowing people to live a lot longer. And so people started dying from heart attack in the United States, and physicians began to try to understand why this was happening, and some comparisons were made between the Mediterranean diet and the American diet, and what they found was it was a diet that was higher in saturated fat, and so saturated fat became kind of the enemy and what was felt to be the ultimate cause of heart disease in the US. So physicians began to recommend a low-fat diet, which was also endorsed by the government and government agencies. And so the food pyramid was born. The recommendation was basically a high carbohydrate diet. 60% of the calories were recommended to come from calories from carbohydrates. We were recommended to eat up to 6 servings of carbohydrates per day, which was thought to have a dramatic influence on heart disease in America. Well, what then happened was people started gaining weight, so the calorie then became the focus, and so everyone began talking about calorie-restricted dieting. So at that point, the idea was to eat, carbohydrates, low fat, and low calories. The notion of calories in, calories out was widely adopted, and that's what people were recommended to do. And here we are, almost 50 years later from the 70s, whenever all this began, and people are more obese, and we didn't see any decrease in heart disease, and now we're left with the problem of the obesity epidemic. That's my humble attempt at trying to summarize the first chapter or section of the book, The Obesity Code. And we'll be back with the next video to talk about the next portion. See you next time.